Good evening, everyone. Your first forecast is brought to you by Store It at Home. Rent-to-own portable buildings. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today made it a very dreary day, but that kept those temperatures cool in the afternoon. We are going to see the possibility of more rain as we head into your Thursday. In fact, temperatures will be a little bit below what normal. So scattered showers and thunderstorms possible as a cold front will continue to sag to the south, and it's going to hang over our area, and that will keep things unsettled for the next 24 to 48 hours. So here's a look at your forecast. Temperatures around 70 degrees at 7 o'clock, 71 by noon, and then our high only around 79 degrees, so well below normal. We do have the possibility of thunderstorms in the afternoon that could bring some just some brief downpours, so something to be watching out for. We are going to see more chances of rain in your 7-day forecast. We'll get to that on ABC 31 News.
Welcome to ABC 31 News tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. A high-speed chase that ends in a multi-vehicle crash in Alexandria is our big story tonight. This morning, an officer made a traffic stop that led to a high-speed chase on Airbase Road, ending at Bolton and Rapides Avenue. State troopers say that vehicle was initially stopped for speeding and window tint. Authorities say while the first trooper was talking to a driver, a passenger jumped into the driver's seat and took off. 2 other troopers joined that pursuit. We're told 3 troopers were injured in this chase and were transported to the Rapides Regional Hospital for medical attention. No word yet on the severity of their injuries. Authorities say 3 suspects are now in custody. Their identities have not yet been released. We will update you when we get more information. A man from St. Landry died very early this morning when he was hit on Highway 106 at Highway 3042 in Evangeline Parish. He's been ID'd as 44-year-old Danny Chambliss. Troopers say he was crossing the highway when he was hit by an oncoming pickup. The woman accused of fatally shooting her estranged husband in the Walmart parking lot on Coliseum on September 25th is now indicted for capital murder. Kayla Giles of Alexandria could now face the death penalty in the shooting of Thomas Cootie. It allegedly happened in front of their child during a planned custody exchange. Her 2 other children from a previous relationship were also present. None of them were hurt. The DA's office does have some time before it notifies the court and defense attorneys if they do plan to seek the death penalty. Rapides deputies arrest a Pineville man for rape and sexual battery and say he posed as a police officer to try and keep the victims from notifying authorities. 38-year-old Mark Anthony Roberts is also charged with stalking and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Deputies say it happened in late August. They say he's also wanted in Mississippi on an unrelated charge. 3 illegals are sentenced in federal court for re-entering the U.S. after previous deportations. They are 25-year-old Dennis Izarra Riviera, 27-year-old Margarito Hernandez Izarra, and 25-year-old Marvin Lopez, all of Guatemala. The judge sentenced them to time served and ordered immediate deportation. September 25th is the National Day of Remembrance for murder victims. Memorial services were held all across the United States yesterday in recognition of the day, and Central Louisiana had their 3rd annual candlelight vigil for that day of remembrance. Family members and friends of victims gathered outside of the Joey Giordano Special Victims Department in downtown Alexandria to share stories and remember the ones they've lost.
My daughter was murdered 14 years ago, and her murder remains unsolved. And so it's just a way for me to be with other people that has experienced hurt and loss like I have. It means a lot. It just lets you know that you're not alone and what you do. And to me, it helps me to help other people. So it gives me a little bit of peace doing that.
After hearing from law enforcement officials, family and friends of victims were invited to share a few words about their loved ones. After that, the names of victims were read aloud as those in attendance released balloons and provided comfort to one another. The Louisiana Department of Agriculture and Forestry invited stakeholders out to teach them about food safety. Here's ABC 31's Shar Thomas.
Lots of concerns and questions were answered today at the Louisiana Produce Industry Stakeholders Meeting. Farmers and producers were informed on the implementation of the Produce Safety Rule from the FDA Food Safety Modernization Act. One of the main concerns were how can they avoid litigation when it comes to cross-contamination when distributing their produce. Rapides Parish Chairman Terry Washington says consumers play a big role in cross-contamination.
Because what we're doing, we're handling. Sometimes we see how soft it is or how hard it is, but we contaminate when we put our bare hands on. So we had some kind of way of putting gloves on there that would protect that fruit and the people.
Speaker Achuda Arikari tells me that it is not just the farmers that need to protect the produce. It's the consumer job as well. Arikari says no matter how much you wash your produce, if microorganisms are on it, it is impossible to get it off.
Very hard, you cannot get them out from the produce. And that's very much important for the produce that are consumed raw, because you doesn't have any other step to kill or remove those organisms. If you are talking about produce that you will cook, for example, sweet potatoes or like a squash that you cook, then the risk is lower because you are cooking and you are potentially killing any microorganisms that are present. But if we are talking about lettuce, if we are talking about tomatoes or any produce that are consumed raw, we really need to focus on prevention and following food safety practices at the farm, at the grocery store, and at home.
If you missed this meeting, not to worry, 3 meetings are set to take place in Rain, Hammond, and Ruston, Louisiana.
If they couldn't reach us today or next stakeholder meetings, I'm Fatima Malikian at Southern University Agricultural Land Grant Campus is the PI for this project at Southern University. They can call me. My contact information I can share at any time. My phone number is 225-771-0251.
From 10 a.m. to noon. For more information, visit laproducesafety.com. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
A ribbon cutting and rebrand opening ceremony was held earlier today at Planet Fitness in Alexandria. The Alexandria location opened about 5 years ago, and today it celebrated the addition of some new equipment and a few changes to the look of this facility. Planet Fitness staff has also begun a new partnership with the Central Louisiana Homeless Coalition, which included a check presentation of $2,500. AEX Creatives, a group of creative individuals from the Cenla area, will be hosting a public forum mixer tomorrow at the Rapides Foundation.
The mixer kicks off at 5 p.m. and this is your chance to meet and greet and have a one-on-one conversation with the candidates who are running for mayor, judge, councilman at large, and also city councilman. And we also have invited school board people who are running as well. So this is your chance to actually meet them one-on-one, engage with them for a bit. And at 6 p.m. we kick off with the actual forum where we have questions of our own we want to ask. And we also take audience members' questions as well and to present to them in a timely manner. The 40 and under group, we're not really engaged with local politics. We barely come out to vote. So we want to take this time to let them know that we are here and we want to encourage people in our own peer group that they need to get involved. We're also doing voter registration on site. So, please come out at the Rapides Foundation building.
Again, that forum will take place tomorrow starting at 5 p.m. at the Rapides Foundation building. Up next, the search is on for a missing autistic boy.
Welcome back, everyone. We do have a cold front that is approaching the region, and so that's what's setting off those showers and thunderstorms through much of today. For tonight, we do still have that chance of a few scattered showers across much of the viewing area, and then tomorrow, I think most of the rain will be in the afternoon. It will be very scattered, much like what we saw today, but I think most of the activity will start to wind down in the latter part of the evening hours. As we make our way into Friday, just some spotty showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. afternoon, temperatures will actually be a little bit warmer, and then we're going to see occasional rain over the weekend. But I think our chances of rain will really diminish as we make our way into next week as high pressure starts to build into the region. But today our high was actually reached this morning before the noon hour at around 84 degrees, and then those thunderstorms came and it cooled things down for much of the afternoon. So right about on target of what we normally see for this time of year. Our dew point still very high, 73 degrees, and so very tropical air that's still in place across much of the region. And with that moisture and with the warmth that we've had in the last few days, that is giving rise to showers and thunderstorms. This cold front is now moving into the northern portion of the state. It will continue to move very slowly right over our area for tomorrow and then moving through by Friday. And so we are going to see a little bit cooler conditions for tomorrow before a warm up, and this cold front, this boundary will just really stall out in the next few days, and that means our chances of rain will be ongoing through the end of the week as different waves of energy ride along this boundary and through our area. So our future radar is showing thunderstorms possible through 11 o'clock and then making its way into our area, maybe just a few showers, and then by noon tomorrow more thunderstorms moving into the region, and some of these thunderstorms could produce some heavy downpours. So there could be some flash flooding, some flooding on the roadways. So just be careful out there and just be very weather aware. I'm not expecting any severe weather though. As we head into the latter part of the evening on Thursday, I think this will start to clear out, and then another batch of rain will be coming in on your Friday. So it looks like the wet weather will stick around for much of this week. Temperature wise, our average is around 85 degrees, and we'll be a little bit below normal for tomorrow just because it's going to be a little bit more cloudy, but closer to normal for the end of the week and into the weekend. Tonight we drop down to around 68 degrees with showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly in the afternoon, 79 degrees for the high, so it will be cool, warming right back up into the mid to upper 80s by the end of the week with continuing rain chances, and then less rain chances as we head into early next week with temperatures hovering in the upper 80s. Scott?
All right, thank you, Kim. Coming up in sports, the race for home field advantage continues for the Atlanta Braves, and the Northwestern State Demons 2018-19 basketball schedule is out. Zach will fill you in on all the marquee games right after this. All right, well, Kim, let's take one last look.
Well, we do expect the possibility of more rain tonight, more rain tomorrow with a cold front coming through. It stalls out over the region and then heads back north, and so we are going to see chances of rain through much of this week into the weekend. But by next week, though, I think most of the rain will start to diminish, and we should see a lot more sunshine.
All right, thanks, Kim. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.